And the Dodgers, always big favorites, minus 148. Over under 7.5. Boy, that's low for a Dodgers game. What's your
It
breakdown on
certainly
this?
is. Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, there's a couple eights out there, but the majority of the sports books are at 7.5, like Andy just touched upon. And that jumps out to me. And why? Well, because you're looking at two teams that have been red hot offensively of late. They played a 9-6 game yesterday. And why has that number come from down from 8 to 7.5? I fully attribute that to the starting pitchers. And because both of these bullpens have been terrible of late. You're looking at a Phillies bullpen with a 5.57 ERA and a 1.52 WHIP, 5 home runs allowed in 21 innings pitched over their last 7 games. That's not getting it done for a bullpen. And then the Dodgers are, 6.59 ERA, 6 home runs allowed in 27 and a third innings over their last 6. And by the way, Shohei Ohtani, 5 innings and no-hit baseball yesterday. They pulled him out of the game because, again, they've been doing that with Ohtani, keeping an eye on his innings pitched and pitch count so he's fresh for the postseason. And they pulled him out of the game with a 4-0 lead and him throwing a no-hitter, and the Dodgers bullpen gave up 9 runs in the last 4 innings, and the Phillies prevailed 9-6. Then you look at these head-to-head matchups with these starting pitchers. The LA Dodgers current roster, 15 for 68 against Luzardo. That's just a 221 team batting average. Again, folks, it's the current roster of the Phillies. 15 for 68 lifetime, 221 team batting average, and 41.5% of the outs recorded, which were 53 outs, came by way of strikeouts. So Luzardo, 7 of his last 9 outings have been quality starts, which are 6 innings or more and 3 earned runs or less allowed. So he's been on his game. And then also Snell against the current Phillies lineup. You're talking about the Phillies as a team and their current roster. Again, I want to clarify that. They're hitting 151 as a team against Snell, and they've struck out 46.8% of the time in terms of the outs they made. So I like this game. I want to eliminate the bullpens, Andy, okay, for obvious reasons. And I'm going to make this a first 5 inning totals wager. You could get 4.5 at DraftKings and ESPN bet right now. DraftKings, you're going to have to lay 145. ESPN bet, you have to lay 135. If you don't have accounts at either one of those sports books, the rest are going to be at 4. So I'm just going to say this. My official pick is under 4.5 for the first 5 innings, but I would not shy away from the 4. So anything 4 or greater for the first 5 inning total in this game, go under that number. That is my pick for this game between the Phillies and the Dodgers.
Tell us what you have up for clients.
Yeah, I don't have anything up yet, but I will, okay? Most likely I'm not going to have anything for Thursday or Friday. I don't know that for sure yet, but that's where I'm leaning. And then this card this week I'm not overly crazy about, but I will have at least 3 picks up on Saturday in college football, including the 5% best bet, possibly 4. Again, folks, college football, 5% best bets so far this season, 3-0. I cashed in with LSU in week 1 as an underdog outright at Clemson. Also cashed with Oklahoma -5 in week 2 as they won by 11 against Michigan. And last week I had Tennessee plus 4.5. Should have won the game outright, but they didn't. But they did cover as they lose by 3 in overtime to Georgia as a plus 4.5 dog. So a lot of good things happen in college football. Not only that, folks, 10-5 this year, but number 1 in win percentage and number 1 in units earned last year. And since the start of the 2023 college football season, I am number 1 in units earned in college football. So keep an eye on my college football coming up on Saturday. Possibly something on Thursday or Friday. So again, WT.buzz wt.buzz/RB. That's wt.buzz/RB is my direct link over at wagertalk.com.